It is a new year. It is a absolute hot mess of a start to it. We've had remnants of a cyclone and the rain that comes from it that has been hitting us. It has been just all of the stuff that happens at the beginning of the year that always makes you go, why did I want the year to start all over again? But hey, it happens. This is my first savings challenge of January, adding in some new ones, still procrastinating on adding in some others, but stick around to see what I'm going to be doing and how much money I'm going to be saving. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Erin. I am documenting mine and my husband's journey to complete debt freedom and also financial independence. I do cash stuffing, I do investing, I do, just kind of whatever I feel like doing on the day or a couple days after the day I said that I would be doing it. But today is a cash stuffing day. We're in a brand new year. I was supposed to have this up on Sunday, so nothing like starting the new year with procrastination. Actually, it's not procrastination. I've just been absolutely crazy busy. I'll talk about that why. But need to get to my savings challenges and at least get those started. So I have some of the money that I had planned to save, and then I have other money as well. One of the challenges that I started doing last year. I actually started it halfway through 2020, did it in earnest last year in 2021, and I'm going to be continuing doing it in 2022, and that is saving all of my $5 notes that are not designated for something. So done a little bit of shopping, actually not too much. This is what I had left over from the fives of those shopping trips. So I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I am not putting these in envelopes this year. I am just, for now, putting them into a empty coffee jar because it's 2022. Why not? I don't need anything fancy, and to be honest, cutting open all of those envelopes, that was a task and a half. So I don't really count these, but what I might do is maybe at the end of each quarter, go through, count them, and make them a bit prettier. Who knows? So $5 challenge done. In terms of the $5 I didn't spend, I have another one as well. So I also save my coins, about 99% of them. I do set aside the pretty ones, such as these donation dollars. So these are colorful coins that we have here in Australia. If you're wondering why the colorful money along with an American accent, because I live in Australia. These are actually meant to be donated, so I always set these to the side and I actually use them for their purpose. But otherwise, I just, chuck all of my coins into some jars. I have not yet counted up all of my coins from, from 2021. I was supposed to do it on New Year's Eve, but I ended up getting preoccupied, not so much with New Year's Eve festivities, but watching the new season of Cobra Kai. And that was how I spent my New Year's Eve, was binge watching that with my husband and my son. So we did no coin counting, but these are also going to go into a large coffee jar. So going to put those in there, but it's going to be very loud, so I'm going to cut that scene. So through the magic of editing, my desk is a bit... It's still a mess, but that's okay. We have set aside for this week 100, 50, 70, 90, 210, 220, 230, 240, 245, 250, and yes, 1 gold coin for the challenges I am going to be doing today. I do still have some challenges to get added, but we will get to those in my next one when I just have a moment to, honestly, to sit back and breathe a little bit. The start of the year has been absolutely hectic. How about for all of you? It seems as if Christmas ends and then it's just like, warp speed right back into everything going on. that is really how it has been with me. My Etsy shop has just been, honestly, it has been off the rails. Thank you to all of you who have purchased anything from there, be it a digital product or a physical product. I am working as fast as I can with getting things out in a timely fashion for that. And talking about that actually works, because one of the things I'm spending a lot of times making are these envelopes here. So these are my main challenge for 2022. And that is saving one of each banknote from 5 to 100 for the entire year. I'm actually thinking about adding a $1 because I'm getting a lot of orders from the United States as well. If you're interested in having a $1 envelope and tracker made, let me know down in the comments below if that is something you would be interested in, and I can add that to the rotation. But Australia, the United States, Canada, New Zealand, I've been sending these everywhere. So thank you everybody for that. The goal with these is saving just one of each note per week. I know for the higher value notes that can be a challenge, and my goal is to really hit the lower denominations. So lower for me is 5, 10, and 20. I don't do a 1 and a 2 because those are coins and envelopes. I just go, eh. And then if I have a 50 or a 100, because of things that are going on at this time, I actually have that additional amount. So I'm adding another 5 to that. That is going to give me 5, 10, 15, 20, and $30. And I'm actually going to keep track here. So $30 on my clickety-clack low-cost calculator. And I love these calculators just for which is odd because I normally hate the sound of typing on a typewriter, but I have this and I have a keyboard and they are absolutely fantastic. There are links in my description below for where you can find them on Amazon, both in the US and in Australia. I have a $10 note challenge. So these are getting a note to them as well. My coloring, I'm a creative, and they say creative people never color within the lines. They actually also say that about entrepreneurs. The first rule of being an entrepreneur is to not follow the rules. Not that I'm an entrepreneur, I just happen to know the research around it, but adding a 10 to that, putting it in alphabetical order because I'm strange like that, that gives me 10, 20, 30, 40, and $50. So we have $80 so far. I started this at the beginning of December because I like to count my savings challenges at the beginning of December so I can get that money into the bank for anything that we're looking at doing. I will be adding a $20 note as well. So $20 going here. Otherwise, there's no real rhyme or reason. It would be nice if I could fill these entire trackers for the year. If I hit that, fantastic. If I don't, you know, that's also fantastic because what I'm doing is still going to add up to just under, you know, about $10,000 for the year, which will go into our offset account. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And if you're not familiar with what an offset account is, it is something here in Australia that with most banks, when you, let me add that in real quick. You can have an account that is attached to your mortgage. So you put your money in there, you can always access it, but they deduct that amount from your principal. And then that lowers the amount that they will charge interest on. $50 going into the $50 savings challenge. And you'll notice that this one is a bit higher because I do something additional here that I will be doing today as well. So all of the money going into these challenges thus far is budgeted. Anything extra on top of that is money that was saved in other ways, usually from our variable spending or if we sell something, anything like that. So we now have 51, 52, 53, 50. Wow. So $530 so far. And I'm going to leave that open for now because I'm actually going to be adding more to it. And then I have my $100 note challenge. And the 50 and the 100 are by far the most challenging of the challenges that I am doing this year. Still thinking around ways for that. I don't want to use things like my Etsy income, or if I ever get income from YouTube. All of that I actually want to use, for the most part, the modifications to my Jeep or to investing, because I realized that we're actually putting close to $10,000 ideally in savings, but only because we're going to have a purpose for it. Otherwise, I actually do not like saving large amounts of money. I would much rather have that money in an investment account making money for me, but we are in a position where we can balance both. So in $100, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like Caroline over at Caro Cash. I'm just like, woo, hundreds. So $700. So far we have $1,230 in our challenges, making a big ol' mess. Just go into your envelope, money. Do what you are told. Okay. I'm finishing up my 26-week challenge. This is my $1,000 in 26 weeks, or in 26 installments, I guess you could call it, challenge. And so I am going to be adding today $30. So I did most of my larger denominations earlier in the year because I'm using a black pen. I'm only coloring lightly around it. It doesn't look very good, but that's okay. So $30 is going to be going in here. So $30 added, and we now have 100, 250, 350, 450, 550, 600, 20, 40, 60, 80, 700, 20, 40, 60, 80, 800, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 900, 10, 15, 20, $920. This money will most likely be used for the last amount that we need for the garage that we are building. I just lost count, but I'm pretty sure that it was 920. If I am incorrect, let me know in the comments because I don't want to recount it. So we're up to $2,150 so far. I'm going to skip the, actually no, I'm adding $10 to the 13-week challenge. So this is just a summer challenge. I try to put a minimum of $10 in for it and then write that value on, what do I have? I have a thong and hats. So, or flip-flops and hats if you are, not 13, 10. If you are outside of Australia, those things that you put on your feet, we call it a thong. It is not the same as what goes under your clothes for, doesn't matter if you're a lady or a man, both wear them. So we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. So $80 that is in our 13-week challenge. I'm pretty sure that a hat is called a hat no matter what country you're in, but I absolutely love how there's differences in words for articles of clothing. I'm just going to count this again. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. Yep. So 2,230. Okay, the next is a new one that I am doing. This is my own that I have made. I just haven't made an envelope for it. And this is the Wednesday Weather Savings Challenge. And so I'm just looking at what the weather was on the Wednesday prior, and I'm saving that amount of money. Now, this is where I am really happy that I live somewhere in Celsius because Fahrenheit is so much higher. But the past Wednesday, it was 26 degrees, which you can't see it very well, and I've got to do some snarking around, but what I might just do is just color it in and not even put the amount. But for that, I have a 20, a 5, and a $1 coin. I will be swapping out the coins every $5 because I'm just not going to have an envelope full of coins. It's so annoying. So my first one is $26. So we have $22 or $2,200.56. That is going in our savings so far. But wait, there's more. It's like a bad infomercial, right? Do you remember those infomercials? You're like, yes, keep watching. I also have extra money left over from last week again. So this was, or the past fortnight. So this is a variable money, variable spending that was not spent. again, because it was the holidays, because we have been at home and we had points that we could cash in for our at our grocery store, also not using fuel, not paying tolls, etc. We have $700 that we did not spend in that variable spending. And so I am going to add these to the $50 and $100 challenge, because this is going to help open up for those weeks where it's a bit more of a challenge, or if I have to have money going elsewhere. So we are adding 2 more 50s. So $50 here and another 50. Now, if you are new to my channel and you're going, oh my gosh, if you have $700 left over from your variable spending, you need to reassess your budget. That is not at all what it is. It is just because at this particular time of year, we had other ways to cover some of those costs. And with not traveling, our biggest expenses really are fuel. Fuel is massive. Groceries, and then the tolls. If we're not having to pay those, we save quite a bit of money from that. So adding $100. So now we're up to $2,356. When we have to pay all of that, it actually, our budget and spending is pretty well fine-tuned. Groceries and fuel is quite expensive here in Australia, particularly during summer. It is the school holidays, etc. For that. So again, it is an anomaly, but it is an anomaly that I welcome for this week. And I get to color in, I cannot believe I am saying this, I get to color in 600, 100s. That is just unreal. To me. I don't know if I will keep doing this. I actually am thinking maybe what I will do is, if I have such high amounts, that I will probably put it towards investing. So put the 100 in and then put the other or any remaining to investing. I really want our investing accounts to grow this year, and the best way to have them grow when you are under $100,000 is to put more money into them. And I want it to be in our actual platform that is Chest sponsored and has a holder identification number, not just micro investing. That is something completely separate. So we are adding 600 there. That takes us to, wow. That takes us to $2,956. I'm just going to make sure that I have 5, 10, that I have 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Holy buckets. Yes, I do. Oh, and it's 13, which some people say is unlucky, but it's Tay's favorite number. What do you think of the number 13? Do you buy into all the superstition that it's unlucky? Do you think it's lucky? Let me know, because you know me, I'm a curious little monkey, but that puts us, holy buckets, at $2,956. Wow. So far in our savings towards 2022. That's crazy. There are 2 savings challenges that are going to go in this binder that I have not yet added. One is a Saveopoly challenge that has been made by Taylor over at Wild Printables, and what I love about it, it is a copyright-free Saveopoly. So there is no copyright material in it whatsoever. Very difficult to do, considering how much of a Monopoly board is copyrighted. And then also one about my daily goals that has been made by Shannon over at Kitchen Shenanigans. I just haven't had time to get them set up. They will be set up for next week. I am also doing the $1 a day investing challenge, but I'm doing all of that electronically. And I also haven't printed off anything to really track that. I'm probably just going to come up with something of my own for the tracking, but up to this point, up to this day, or the day that, you know, this should have been filmed, would have been the 2nd of January. So only $2. I have decided on very different investments as compared to the people in the US that are doing the $1 a day investing. Again, because I do not invest in US stocks as dividend stocks just because their dividend pays are so low. And I have decided that one of mine will be FMGs, and that is in the minerals. I've had quite a bit that is in the retail area, so they will be getting $10. Crypto is going to get $11 going into it, and then the other $10, I'm not sure if I'm going to go, I'm not sure what sector I'm going to go into. It is looking to be either real estate or minerals. I'm still doing a little bit of research on that. So that will be forthcoming. And last is going to be my 2022 Budget Mom Savings Challenges. There are 2 challenges for July. The first one is called Laundry Haul. So you count the number or articles of clothing that you wash every time you do a load of laundry and you save that amount. Yeah, that's going to be really fun, but at least the good news is that my son does his own laundry and my husband does his own laundry as well, and I'm only counting mine. I have not done any laundry yet to start this year, so this one is going to be fun, but I will be keeping track of that. And then a sock challenge. So I have to go through and I have to count my socks. The nice thing is I actually do not have a lot of socks. I have gone through and I have counted them. And so for ankle socks, which are, I don't have tube socks. I don't have any crew socks. So there's nothing here and there's nothing here. My ankle socks are a little bit different. So I have 7 pairs. Those are my exercise workout. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have super low cut socks. So just something that if I need to have in my shoes, and I have 3 pairs of those. And since they're below the ankle, I'm just counting it in here. So 1, 2, and 3. And then I have my hiking socks as well, which wouldn't really count as crew and they wouldn't count as tube. So I think since I have so much that I have to put up here, I will put my 2 pairs down here. So that means that I have 10 times 5, so $5 per pair. Oh, it's going to be $50, dear me. And for tube socks, 1, 2, so we'll count, 2 pairs. I'm not a sock person. I walk around barefoot all the time, or I'm in Birkenstocks or thongs or whatever. So $6. So I have to save $56 for this particular challenge. And I am going to repurpose my like challenge jar for my Budget Mom challenges. So I am going to go ahead and tell myself that in the next video, I need to have budgeted for $56. I need to change this up. That will be added. And if I do any laundry in between, I will add that as well. And those will go in there. So that at least gets me started for 2022. I know it's a hot mess. I'm all over the place. I'm just trying to, right now, honestly, I'm just treading water and trying to keep my head above. I've got so much going on, but you're never given more than you can handle. And that also goes back to why I chose that word as my word of the year, being release, and just releasing any emotions, any frustration and such going on with it. It will get done. So that starts me off officially publicly accountable for 2022 and my savings challenges. I will be back before you know it with my week 2 savings challenges and getting caught up on that. In the meantime, if you did enjoy this video, do give it a thumbs up. If you want to see how I go on my 2022 journey as compared to my 2021 journey, I would love to have you on board. If you have any questions, comments, any of that, drop it down below, particularly if you are doing the Budget Mom challenges. If you are doing the Budget Mom challenges, how many pairs of socks do you have? Did you have to track? Because I was looking online, there was somebody that had 96 pairs of socks. That's 3 months worth of socks. How do you have that many? And that person said that it was their own, not their, not the family count, but just their socks. I'm like, declutter time, because that is the other thing that goes nicely with these. So if you are doing the Budget Mom challenges, particularly the sock challenge, even if you're not doing it, there's a random question for 2022 to start. How many pairs of socks do you have? Drop it in the comments below. As always, do remember to choose kindness, show gratitude, always keep a positive mindset. I will see you in the next video.